Chapter 10. Casey had run to Miss Aveson's class too. All day the next day, Miss Aveson had to keep asking the class to settle down. Everybody was buzzing excitement about when Casey would get home from Mexico. Excuse me. Plus, Lizzie shared the story about Scout finding and rescuing Buddy. The class was proud of Scout too. They couldn't wait for her to be a real rescue dog so they could sponsor her. But Lizzie knew what Scout really needed. A forever family for her heart's desires. She was such an amazing puppy. She needed a home with people who could really appreciate how smart she was. And what she could do. Lizzie was really hoping Meg would be able to help Scout find a perfect home with one of her search and rescue friends. Charles and Lizzie were walking in from the school when their dad pulled up next to them in the family van. "Hop in," he said. "Meg just called from the airport. She and Casey arrived. We're gonna pick them up." "Really?" Lizzie could hardly believe it as she and Charles climbed into the van. Lizzie watched the scenery go by. It seemed about the last time she had come this way, when she and Meg went to pick up Scout. That hadn't been very long ago, but Lizzie felt as if she already knew Scout forever. She knew it wasn't going to be easy to say goodbye to Scout when the time came for her to go to her forever home. But that was the hard part about fostering puppies. Lizzie and Charles were always so sad to let the little cuties go. Every puppy was so special. Lizzie was lucky to spend time, even if it was a little time, with them. Soon, Dad pulled up into the airport parking lot. He, Lizzie, and Charles headed across the walkway, went onto the small terminal. Lizzie looked around. The building was very full of people. They were walking up and down, searching for baggage and finding tickets. Where was Meg? Where was Casey? Then she saw a woman bending over a dog travel crate, opening the door. A brown and black head poked out, pointy ears, pointy nose. It was Casey! Lizzie started running. Meg stood up and tried to give Lizzie a hug. Her face was serious. "Lizzie," she began. But Lizzie already bent down to say hello to Casey. Why was she coming out of her crate? She scratched Lizzie's ears and patted her head the way she went. "Hey girl," she said. She then saw the bandage. Casey's shoulder was wrapped up in gauze. But then Dad and Charles came up. "What is it?" Dad asked Charles. He could tell she was upset. "Casey's hurt," Lizzie said. She looked at Meg. "What is it? What happened?" "Remember when Casey was limping at your house?" Meg asked. "Well, she fell she was climbing a cellar in Mexico to save a little girl. And that shoulder injury got a lot worse. She's gonna have an operation, honey. I'm sorry." Dad put an arm around Meg's shoulders. "Oh no, I'm so sorry." Meg went, "So am I. She's not in pain anymore, but the vet says she'll have to heal quickly. She'll be able to walk around again soon." "That's good," Lizzie said. She and Charles were kneeling by Casey's crate and patting her gentle face. "So when will she be able to go back to work?" Meg didn't answer. Casey looked up to see that Meg's eyes were filled with tears. She was shaking her head. "Never," she said. "Casey is going to have to retire from search and rescue. I'm losing my partner." Wow. Lizzie didn't know what to say. That was terrible news. Casey was so good at what she did. "She'll still be your pet, right?" she asked. Of course, sweetheart, Meg sobbed. This girl's gonna have the cushiest retirement ever. I'm gonna give her a nice soft bed and feed her bonbons and rent videos for her to watch every day. Lizzie could tell that Meg was trying to sound happy, but the tears were still in her eyes. I'll come over and take her for walks, Lizzie promised. But she can still be our class mascot. She knew it wasn't that much, but she wanted something to make Meg feel better. On the way home, Meg told them about the things Casey had done in Mexico. She was amazing. Excuse me, Meg said. She at least found 5 people who were trapped inside buildings. That little girl was the last one. And Casey managed to pull her out from the wreckage, even with her shoulder hurting so terribly. Oh my God, she should get a medal, Charles said. She's a hero, Meg agreed. Dad invited Meg for dinner, so they drove straight home. Dad helped Meg lift Casey out of the van, and they brought her inside and laid her gently near the fireplace. Mama made some lasagna and garlic bread, and the house smelled wonderful. Buddy and Scout galloped over to say hello to Casey. Easy, you two, Lizzie giggled. Charles picked Buddy up and petted him, but Scout headed straight to Casey. She knew it was important to be gentle with the big, injured German Shepherd. The older dog and Scout touched noses, and Casey's tail thumped on the floor. Scout curled up right next to Casey as if she knew that Casey needed comforting. Casey's eyes closed contently as she yawned and fell asleep. Casey's all worn out from that trip, Meg whispered. Boy, does she love that little pup. Watching the 2 dogs together, Lizzie had one more great idea. She crossed her fingers. It was probably too much to hope for, but Meg could be the perfect person to adopt Scout. After all, Meg was going to need a new partner. Scout needed a new home, and Casey needed a friend. Lizzie looked up at Meg. You know, Casey really wants to teach Scout about being a search and rescue dog, she said. And Scout would be perfect to keep Casey company so she won't get bored since she's not working anymore. Oh, well, it's funny. Meg's eyes were filled with tears again, but now she's smiling. I was thinking the exact same thing. Really? Lizzie grinned at Meg. She then reached out to pet Scout. So does that mean you're going to adopt Scout? That's right! Meg gave Scout a kiss on her head. And I hope you'll help me train her too. I'd love to. Lizzie was thrilled that she was going to spend so much time with Scout. Lizzie looked over at her family. Charles was still holding Buddy close, but Buddy managed to stretch on his neck and lick the bean's nose. Mom reached out to pat Buddy, and Dad put an arm around Mom. Pearson smiled at another. Once again, they had helped the puppy find the perfect home. The end. What a nice story. Scout was a cute puppy. And speaking of puppies and cuteness, here's our next reader on Cutie Corns. Perfect Pranksters. Coming June 27th.